Hello, Elisa and Mikhail. Welcome to the Ballet Icons platform. We are delighted and grateful to you for finding time to be with us today and answer some of the questions. First of all, before we'll move, I would like you both to introduce yourselves to our audiences, and obviously with you being such busy dancers and having so many responsibilities, you have quite a few titles and obligations, and it would be the best if you could mention all your responsibilities and titles, starting with Elisa.
Well, first of all, Olga, it's such a pleasure to see you, even in this situation, but really, really nice to see you again. I'm Elisa Carrillo Cabrera, principal ballet dancer with the Staatsballet Berlin. I'm also culture ambassador of Mexico and co-director from the Compañía Nacional de Danza in Mexico City. So I'm the co-artistic director from the company, and it's a pleasure to be with you today.
Such a pleasure. And Mikhail.
Yes, hello, Olga. It's for me as well. It's a really big pleasure to see you one more time on Zoom in this interview. My name is Mikhail Kaniskin. I am a principal ballet dancer with Staatsballet Berlin. And I am artistic director from Sir Anton Dolin Foundation, and as well from International Dance Festival Dance Atlanta in Mexico.
Thank you so much for your introductions. And I have a feeling that very shortly another introduction would have to happen with your
lovely... At some point, I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yes, and it will be fantastic, not only for me, but for everyone who will be watching our interview later to see your little princess, your wonderful daughter, who I'm sure will become a very talented ballerina.
Well, I don't know if she loves to dance anyway. We are not pushing her, but maybe, you never know. For sure, she will have a connection with dance. I think it's important that children also get to know what dance is and that it's part of their life. Music, dance, painting, art.
And there she can decide by herself.
Of course, of course. I will come back on this more later, but traditionally I would like to start our interview with a question: how are you managing your life? How is day by day in this self-isolation in Berlin, and with, of course, your responsibilities, how are you managing to keep your training and all ballet responsibilities?
Well, I must say here in Berlin, things have been calm in the way that we have been able to go out all the time. But of course, you need to keep distance. At the beginning, it was not possible to go out more than 2 adults or like with the family. The restrictions were others. So having the possibility to always go out, even for a walk, it was a very nice feeling because we never had the feeling to be completely locked. But I think we also had the responsibility to do it ourselves. So we stayed many days at home and had to just go out a few times. Things have been calm. Nowadays, some shops started to open already. And well, it has been, I think, a time with some difficult moments, especially for doing what we love to do, which is dancing, because we've been training at home. We had a great help from the company, and we got a piece of linoleum to be able to train. And also we had training every day online that was helping, not to be always alone. But I have to say now the last days have been hard because yeah, at some point you also want to have your space, you want to move, you miss to have other people around, to have live music, and I think it's a moment of many good things, many sad things, but I think till now we've been kind of positive and trying to keep good spirit in this situation.
Yeah, I think it was a really big shock, I guess, for everybody. It came really unexpected. Suddenly the whole machine, the whole production just shut down from everything, suddenly you were not able to do it. And then it took a little bit of time to realize what it is, and then of course it took us time. We spoke together, we said like, look, listen, it's not the point when you have to, let's use the time, which usually actually because of the projects which we're doing all over the world, we never have time.
Yes,
So
you're so busy, not only in
yeah,
Berlin, but
finally.
around the world and going to Mexico on
Exactly. This is not only Mexico, this is Russia, you know, like this is Mexico, this is in Europe, this is China. So it's a lot of, we were really busy last time, you know, like, and suddenly we had time to clean home, to put our books,
Yes, I
to
was
read
going
the
to ask
book.
you. Did you find some pluses? Did you find time to do things which you never could do? Did you think of learning something, developing some of your skills?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And the most important, we had the time for our daughter 24 hours.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
That is still now amazing.
Yeah, it's still amazing.
Yes.
And like it's like she's enjoying it. You can really see it, like mama, papa, papa, mama, mama,
Of
papa.
course, she
So
must
it's
be very
really
happy.
nice, really nice. And of course, the only thing which we miss is the stage. You know, like to be with the public, to be in the ballet studios. This is of course for us because we're not taking it as a job. You know, as a job, it's impossible to do. You take it like a joy, you know, like a passion, yeah, and suddenly you don't have something which
Yeah,
you
it's been taken away from you. But we have to be obviously patient, and we have to stay in good positive spirits, and we can't wait to be working with you, to welcoming you back in London. We have many exciting
very much.
in other countries which will include you.
Thank you.
And we have to pass this still and difficult for all of us period.
Yes.
And still be strong and positive, of course. I think very soon she will be joining us. Yes. Hello.
Really shy.
She's not shy normally, but now this is Maya.
Yes.
And she's our little princess.
Yes, of course, little princess joining us, and very beautiful costume, and yes, very nice.
Yes.
Well, my next question would be about your training, your ballet training for Elisa and for Mikhail. Did you find similarities and differences in your training, and how, when you met and started working together and dancing together, how you were overcoming certain differences in your ballet education and schools?
Well, I have to say I studied most of the school in Mexico, and then I went for 2 years to London, to the English National Ballet School. And of course, when I came to the Stuttgart Ballet, because I was in Stuttgart before Berlin, was very interesting to see and to learn from other schools, other methods. But I think it was very interesting for me how we could change and learn from other styles. I love Vaganova school. And it was very important for me to kind of like get something from each style. Misha had always the Russian school, which I really love, and I think it's amazing. And I think you can just get richer and richer through all this material. Also, with the years, you realize the European companies have so many different nationalities. So with all the nationalities, you have to learn, there is like a mixed style. So I think that's a beautiful thing, that you can learn from each other. You can watch other dancers, and then that's one of the things I think we have in Berlin, like the image of the company. It's so many different nationalities, different styles. And personally, I always try to learn and to get things from each technique or style that I could learn.
Definitely. But of course, Russian school can be overpowering, being
yeah, I mean,
course for such a long time.
Method of Vaganov, I guess it's you know, like, which we call Russian school, you know, like it's really representative because it's really one of the strongest techniques and one of the strongest methods, let's put it that way. And of course it has a big influence in the worldwide. But of course, you have to be also open and to look for other different styles. You know, like for example, I was studying in Bolshoi Ballet with Maria Alexandrova. Then I went to Stuttgart, and in Stuttgart I learned also Martha Graham. We learn Hat Nahar in Berlin, where we learn many different styles of the choreographers. You know, and we had to do what they was asking. So it was, the base was there, but you know, world is really bright. You know, like it's like a palette from the different colors. It's different. You know, it's huge. So and you just have to be open to look for the new choreographers, for the new styles, for the new things. You know, and then your also classical technique start to get more rich. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you're such a multicultural family, and you've been enriched by so many styles and schools, working in different companies, which makes your performances particularly rich and very exciting to watch for your admirers. It's amazing. Would you name few of your favorite choreographers you've been performing or you've been closely working with in the last few years? Together, separately?
There's
It's
so
a
many.
very difficult question, I know, but
Yeah, because they're like, you know, I have to say through my career, I had the opportunity to dance many different modern choreographies like contemporary and classical. I mean, I have to say, being at the Stuttgart Ballet, like John Cranko was, you know, somebody that for me, I love all his ballets. Romeo, I love Onegin, it's one of my favorite roles, Tatiana. And this would be, I would say, one of the big choreographers that I love. I love working with Mauro Vigonzetti, with Nacho Duato. I also had the experience to work with Angelique Prejrocage. His Snow White was a wonderful time in my life, in my career. Then I did things from Jiri Kilian, from Vladimir Malakov. We had other classical ballets here, which are really, they were important, and he made new for the company. So to be honest, to say names is very hard. But
you've been privileged to be.
It's been a privilege, really. And I also worked with Wayne McGregor many years ago in Stuttgart Ballet, and it was also wonderful. So I think all of them have given me something very special, and they're all so different. And it's a blessing that till now in my career, I had the opportunity to create many roles with them. Some of them I learned afterwards, but this is just the joy of dance, you know, the moment you can learn different languages that they have. And that's why I cannot say just one, but I have to say.
I would not expect even one. I want to
yeah, but they're really, and John Neumeier, of course, also.
Of course. Mikhail, and for you, any particular?
Well, for me, you know, like what I said before, you know, like we work, for example, when I joined Stuttgart Ballet, for me it was a big impression. It was Marcia Heide, because the first my role, it was a prince in that's what I got as a prince in her Sleeping Beauty. And you know, I was really looking forward to do, for example, this year Karabos. You know, this woman, for example, when you work with her, it's one big world, you know. And then we went to Bolshoi. It was a huge experience to what for us to work, for example, with Mr. Vetrov. And then absolutely amazing. It was like because it was my idols at some point, you know. We were working with Vladimir Vasiliev, you know. He gave us one of his favorite ballets which he created, and to work with him, it was just, you know, it's like you touch an icon.
Yes.
And of course, you know, Jiri Kilian and like Elisa say, Wayne McGregor. In 12 years, for example, in Stuttgart, we had over 49 world premieres. So it was, you know, Wayne McGregor was coming there, Mauro Bigonzetti, Zig Galili, Marco Gioike, Christian Spuk. So all of the people who are most...
Well, Stuttgart, of course, is known for
now of the choreographic world.
For this one.
They went to Stuttgart. And of course it was, and each person was giving you little thing, you know. Like then we came to Berlin, it was Vladimir, that was absolutely amazing to work with Vladimir Malakov, and then Nacho Duato came, and David Dawson came, and then we had
Marco Gioike.
Marco Gioike,
one name.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, it was amazing. With each person was like, no, you need to give more and more and more and more. So it's unbelievable. It's an amazing experience to keep on putting in your own pocket little jewels from each person.
Of course. Tell us, please, when you go together to Russia, to dance, to receive awards. And of course, I would like to congratulate again Elisa on receiving such an important award in Russia. How, for both of you and separately and together, how does it feel? Where ballet means so much, and of course, with Mikhail coming out of Russia and being Russian.
Well,
I'm going back home. So it's like, you know, and like in Russia we say, you know, у себя на родине даже стены помогают. Like your own walls are helping to you.
Yes.
For me, it's just, you know, every time I go to dance in Bolshoi or like Kremlin Gala, or this time I was even artistic consult of artists of Kremlin Gala. It was amazing. You know, I had a fear. Of course, you know, it's normal. You have a fear because you don't know what to expect. Then you say like, no, I can make, it's my home. It's my home people. You know, that's where I was born. You go with the open heart. It's just unbelievable.
And I'm sure for Elisa, it became a home as well, second home.
Yes. Yeah, well, you know, I have to say a few things. At the beginning, it was kind of not fear, but this amazing feeling of being in the country where I used to watch videos or read about Russia and the Bolshoi, the Mariinsky, the dancers. And, you know, for me, it has been always like the highest point of classical dance, you know. And of course, the first times I went, it was just, I didn't know what to say. I was just so impressed. And until now, I have to say, I'm really impressed the way people prepare all the events, performances, the culture that people have for dance, the respect, the love that public has for the dancers. And it's really, dance is a jewel of Russia. And I think this is just something that it's an amazing experience to go there and to breathe and to feel this energy. When you go into the theaters, there is a specific smell, the way it's like a huge, let's say like a factory working, but super professional, you know, like the dancers everywhere, the whole thing, the whole team backstage it's just different way how things work. And I have to say I was very impressed from the beginning, taking class with the Bolshoi, with the Mariinsky, and I find the most beautiful that make me now feel like I'm also going home, you know, if I know Russian, it's that
I knew that.
I learned a bit the language because, you know, I always thought like I need to understand what my husband says. And I got to know culture. I really love Russian people, but it opened my life completely in the dance world. I started to have friends and the dancers, to understand how they think, to understand the jokes, to understand the way they were educated. So I think for me, it's really amazing. I feel so connected to Russia and I really love Russia. And I think some of the most important moments of my life I spent there. And I had the honor to receive that prize last year. That for me, you know, you have to understand, for a Mexican girl who had not even thought that she will even get to be in a big company, it was just like a fairy tale, you know. I never even thought about it. I never
you only deserved this important award.
Thank you very much. But I really love being and respect so much the way Russia loves dance and art and culture.
And how is it, of course, in Mexico, you're a total queen of the ballet. You have so many important responsibilities. Mikhail, as a result, also has responsibilities and doing a lot in Mexico together with you. Well, it must be very, very difficult because obviously Mexico is so far. And how do you actually manage with being so
far, but it's so close?
Yes.
You would not believe it, how close it is.
Yes, I have to say.
Yes, it's very nice.
First of all, it's for me an honor to help my country, because Mexico has not been a famous country for dance, let's say. Of course, for folklore dance, for many beautiful things that we have, but it was ballet never like something that people would expect. Till a few years ago, people still ask me like, do you have ballet in Mexico? You know, many years ago, I remember going to London for the first time and they were like, do you have ballet schools in the country? So, you know, sometimes people imagine something else. So one of the goals I have is to put Mexico in this like map of the dance world, so that people know that in Mexico things are happening, there is talent, people love art. So I want to promote art. That's why we created a foundation that has my name. And every year we do events in Mexico. And since 3 years, this became Festival Danzaplan, where
One of
Misha
the
is
biggest dance festivals in Mexico.
Yes, he's the artistic director, and together we do performances, and most of the things are for free to the public, so people get to join and to enjoy it. Of course, since last year, I'm also helping the national company with the co-direction, and it's been great to be able to help, like to bring some other new choreographers to the dancers, so they also get inspired and they get some new choreographers to work on, and it's one of the things I love to do the most. Of course, it's far. We don't sleep much. I think that's the the hardest part, because sometimes
we can sleep in the next life.
Yeah, we have to be in touch, you know, because of the time difference. Sometimes we go to bed very late, and but you know, I think life is you have to do it in the moment you have the opportunity, because if you don't take the chance, then after it's gonna be finished, you know. And I think until now, together, Misha helps me a lot also in the company with the artistic. He's an artistic advisor, so we sometimes he goes there, sometimes I go there, and so it's a very good teamwork. Sometimes tired, but I think even if you don't sleep, you get power and energy from doing this kind of
well, but knowing that you're creating something very, very important for your country, and you're developing the culture of ballet in your country and ballet schools. Yes. This is really so rewarding. I would like to ask you how you managing professional and personal life, because for many people it's not really possible, and they don't do it very well because of all the pressures from work. Do you have some secrets?
Well,
no one know how she's doing it. Not even me. You know, as like well, this year we're 20 years together.
So our anniversary.
We celebrate our anniversary, and I think it's we started when we've been young, so we went the whole way through. Many people ask us also, you know, like how is working actually in those days, you know, like it's because the biggest problem for the challenge for the people, actually, it was being together in the same room for 24 hours.
Now.
Because now, yeah, because usually even if some people, you know, like they're living together, they're together, but they're not living together. So they're meeting in the morning, then everybody's going to work, to different things, and suddenly now you're locked down for 24 hours with the same person, and you know,
it's very challenging for everyone.
Yeah, it's very challenging. Actually, we don't have this problem because we are 24 hours
together
for the last 20 years. So
we're locked for 24 hours.
We learned it already from before, but. Of course, you know, like I think it's what is very important. It's to have exact planning, and we have people who are really. We have our friends, we have our family behind us. For example, Mexican family help us a lot, you know, to make correct plannings, to do things. And if you plan correctly, there is time for everything. You know, and the only thing which we do not want, that's what we say, like it doesn't matter what we're going to do or how we're going to do, what is going to affect our family or our child.
Do you get angry with each other sometimes?
Huh?
Yes, of course. Angry with each other. Yes, of course. I mean, you know.
But it's normal. It's a normal feeling. It's normal feeling. It would be really strange. It's like.
Of course.
Everything is not.
You know,
it's not like a
like
Hollywood
Chucky.
movie.
We will be like a Chucky.
And especially with the Mexican and Russian temperament, of course.
Yeah, I mean.
It's a telenovela 24 hours.
We have some moments. Yeah, I mean, I'm really honest. It's one of the things Misha said, of course, that we had to really organize our life, and we try to still sometimes have our own space, you know, in the training, or he has sometimes other rehearsals and I do, but we're used to be always together. Sometimes we talk how a blessing it is, you know, to be able to get invited to dance somewhere and we go together. Sometimes it's also going with somebody else for me, but it's nice when you travel with the one you love, no? So there are also very hard moments. Because
for me, it was like, I love London. I love London. And I never had a chance to go to London. You know, all my life, it was my biggest wish. And
to
because,
London, and you're coming back very soon.
yes, because I was born in Soviet country, and for a very long time I had Soviet passport. So to get visa and all, it was restrictions and everything. It was impossible, and you know, and that's why I never had even chance to go. It was always somehow very difficult, all these processes and everything. And when we arrived to Yogala by your invitation, it was, for me, that was like the best prayer. I was like, Elisa, before I stopped dancing, I danced in London.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was one of the
I was like,
We pray that the next Plan Day February will be going ahead, and we can't wait to watch you on
Thank
this.
you.
much.
But you know, just to finish the other question, yeah, we had many moments. Also because we have character, like you know, Russian, Mexican, and
Exactly.
in our own way, we have moments of temper. But we also learn with the years to just like hold it, or like one of us has to calm down. Maybe more me than you. I don't know.
I don't know how she can hold me. That's the probably Mexican part, you know, the best Mexican part coming out.
Patience.
Yeah, the patience. Because
Absolutely. But the fact that you've been for 20 years together and you're still together, it shows that you do have your secrets, and you do manage beautifully.
Well, I think the secret is love and respect. Whatever happens, then, you know, so.
Of course, and patience too. Which roles would you like to come to after the lockdown, if you had a choice? Which roles you're missing the most?
Well, I have a dream, but maybe it's gonna stay a dream. It's fine, you know, you cannot dance everything you want. I always wanted to do Lady of the Camellias from John Neumeier. We had his ballet in Stuttgart, and I was doing all the roles until before that one, and then we left. And unfortunately, we don't have the ballet in the repertoire in Berlin. So this will be something I think I will miss. But and also, I always wanted to dance Carmen. I find the music amazing, and yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's just two roles that and of course many choreographers with who I would love to work. But I think these are two roles that I always felt like I wanted to do it. Yeah.
yeah, I think for me it would be amazing to work with Matsek.
This also.
Yeah, you know, Matsek, of course, and you know, like we were really lucky. We worked with many choreographers. We dance most of the classic. We dance most of the modern repertoire, contemporary repertoire as well. I think for me it would be. That's what I'm gonna say. I was really looking for. I think every dancer in the age of his career wishing his best thing. You know, like. At some point, I was wishing to dance Prince everywhere, whatever. So I was dancing it. So now for me,
you had enough of being a prince.
No. It's not just because enough. It's like, it's nice, but you have to do it. But there is also other things which is you know, like for example, I would compare it with the pants of the child. You know, like sometimes the child is too small, the pants are too big.
Yeah.
Then the chance, then you put it pants, and then you're growing, then the pants are getting too small. So it's not that it's bad or it's good. It's just, you know, everything is coming by in his own time. And this is what is amazing about ballet. What is like there was created many great roles, great fantastic roles which you've danced already one. You want to go, you want to continue on growing, and you want to do something else. So, for example, I would love to do Carabosse from Marseille Haydn, because I remember Richard Cragen in his he was still in Stuttgart, I was still in school, and I was watching this performance, and when the guy was coming up with the 20 meters silk cape and everything, running through the thing and dancing this variation is like, oh my God, I'm still get like goosebumps.
It will happen.
Yeah, I wish so too. We don't know, but of course this will be for me this role, and of course any role is great. You know, Onegin, I would love to dance one more time, you know, before I would say goodbye. I think that's my thing. You know, before it was Lenski, now it's Onegin.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. My final question would be what you've learned during this lockdown, and what kind of message you would like to send to everyone, and particularly to people who love ballet.
Well, first of all, for me, there is something I always knew and I know, but now it's more clear. I think we learn a lot to see that sometimes everything you have with you is everything you need, and you can find happiness from it. And sometimes with the routine and all the things happening outside our home and outside our families make us get distracted and think that we don't have everything. But I think as long as we have health and we have the ones we love around us or near us and healthy, this is the most important. I also learned to appreciate things that, you know, is like going shopping. I'm tired, I need something new. And then you realize, you know, like you can do what you have, it makes you happy and you don't need more things. I think we got used to consume and to have always, you know, and I think this started to kill us in a way, the humans, in a way of forgetting how to write a letter, how to read a book, how to do many things. So I find it's very beautiful that in this time we try to get back to that. I find that in my case, I also got connected again to friends that I didn't call in a long time because I didn't have the time. And I actually also understood which people are really important to me, with who I really want to have contact. So I think in the whole way, I hope as a dancer, I have to say, it also helped me understand how much I love dance more than any other time, because as soon as we started to move, you know, it just makes me so happy. And I think this prepares you to go back stronger and to really give everything you have to the public, because we give everything that they have a happy heart, a happy soul. And I think for the public who believes in the dance and loves dance, I think they will be happy to know, at least in my case, that we all dancers will be ready to give them everything. Yeah. So I just wish that people will stay positive, and even if it's really, really hard, but to understand that after this, we have to help each other, respect each other, and to take care of ourselves and love the ones our family, and just try to enjoy life whenever we get to be outside and to have a normal routine.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know, there is not so much to say. I think enjoy every day of your life. Every day of your life. It doesn't matter what you do. If you do ballet, if you whatever you do, enjoy it, because you know, and it's not there anymore. It can be so easy being taken. So I think it's the most important. The most important, laugh, like keep laughing yourself inside yourself. You know, not to lose this feeling of love, passion, and everything, and just be happy and enjoy it.
Beautiful answers, beautiful answers. Thank you so much, Elisa, Mikhail.
Thank you, Olga.
Thank you, Olga.
It's been a pleasure.
We can't wait to see you in London and other places to enjoy your dancing, and wish you all the very best. And again, thank you very much for finding time. And of course, thank you very much to Maya for her patience.
Maya, ven rápido.
She must come to say bye-bye to us.
Давай, покажи. Скажи, надо сказать.
Thank you. Oh, she's shy. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thank you so much again. Ciao. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Olga. Take care.
Thank you so much, Elisa. Bye.
Ciao.
Hope to see you soon.
Ciao.
Bye.
See you soon.